Get your reactions ready. The live portion of the show will begin in just a moment.
Judge smokes that to left field. That's a base hit. It's a bases clearing. 3-run double for the birthday boy.
Today is April 26, 2023. It's Game 3 between the Twins and the Yankees, and the Yanks were looking to avoid a sweep. Domingo Germán was on the mound, looking to bounce back from a tough outing, and the offense finally put up some damage. My recap, your reactions coming up next. This is NYY Recaps.
Welcome to Yankee Stadium.
Just when they thought I was out, they pull me back in.
Hey guys, just a reminder that Game Time is the sponsor for this episode, and with the code NYY Recaps, you can get $20 off of your first ticket purchase. This is a fantastic app to get last-minute tickets. It's the lowest price on last-minute tickets, guaranteed. You download the app, you punch in my code, you get $20 off, and you can go see hockey, basketball, concerts, yes, baseball, not only Major League Baseball, but minor league baseball. There's concerts, there's comedians, everything that you can think of, Game Time has it on their app. So download the app today and use my code NYY Recaps. It will help out the channel. And by the way, I used it myself. It worked fantastically. It worked as advertised. Game Time, last minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed. And now, on with the show. All right. I tell you what, that was like a group of hungry sharks that stumbled onto a surfing competition or something like that. Today was an absolute bloodbath. After about 2 weeks of not hitting at all and getting about, maybe 5 or 6 hits per game on average, the Yankees put up 14 hits and 12 runs today. I just hope they didn't use up all their allocation for hits, runs, all that stuff they're going to need when they go to Texas. But the Yankees absolutely opened up a can today, and that was fun to watch. We needed a day like that. I would love to tell you it was stress-free, but it was not. It was not. There were a few things that got quite stressful during this game. So welcome back, everybody. I see we got the chat filling up. Happy birthday to our captain, oh captain, my captain, Mr. Aaron Judge. And thank you to the baseball gods that he seems to be okay. Scary incident for Aaron today where it seemed as if he injured his right hand, and hell, it may still be injured, but he did stay in the game. He did pick up a hit after the incident, and he was a big reason why the Yankees won today. It was weird so far in this series watching the Twins handle the Yankees as well as they have. For the Twins, the series so far has been kind of about revenge. I mean, you got Sonny Gray, Joey Gallo, and really the Twins organization itself getting back at the Yankees for years of torment. So, I don't know where that came from. It was an explosion today that we were not expecting given the way this team has been swinging the bats, but we will take it. Much better job of swinging the bat today. Crooked innings, line drives, tough at bats, laying off of tough pitches, and just a much better showing for the Yankees offense. A much more representative showing of what this team can do. We talked last night about how you never know exactly where rock bottom is, but maybe that was it. Who knows? Maybe a bunch of guys just broke out of their slumps, and we'll see a better offense going forward. We can hope. But there have been times in the past, you can think of 2021 as an example, where you would have long stretches where you don't score many runs, and then you break out and you score 10 runs in a game once in a while. I remember several stretches like that. So let's hope that the Yankees can actually continue this momentum. So I'm going to start my recap here in the second inning. So the Yankees finally broke out offensively, put up a 5 spot, but that wasn't really the story. We'll begin with a terrific at-bat from Gleyber Torres. He swung threw a really nasty breaking ball, but then the next pitch was almost the same pitch, and he hit it hard through the right side. ended up hustling out of the box. And because he did that, he put pressure on the defense. Couple of errors, ended up on third base. Next batter was Willie Calhoun. He hit one hard at Joey Gallo, who was playing first. Joey couldn't handle it, and Torres scored to give the Yankees their first lead of the day. But that's not all. IKF followed with a push bunt single to keep the pressure on. I like that. I like that he was, trying to, make things happen, manufacture some runs. And then Anthony Volpe followed up with a nice Jeterian single to right field to make it 2-0 Yanks. When I say Jeterian single, I mean a line drive to right field, kind of inside outed. It was on the outer part of the plate, but he did a nice job staying behind the baseball. Good piece of hitting from Volpe there. And then Judge came up with the bases loaded, and he smoked a 3-run double into the left field corner to make it 5-0. Great running from Volpe to score from first base. Two guys that had great days, Judge and Volpe. Then the day took a scary turn. Judge was trying to take third base and got thrown out, but when he dove in, he kind of came down hard on his right hand, and it kind of stuck in the ground. He immediately ran off the diamond, and he kind of was keeping his arm immobile as he ran off the diamond, and I'm thinking, damn it, he just tore his labrum, or he tore his elbow or something. You see him go directly into the dugout, directly into the training area, or down the tunnel. He comes out a minute later and he asks for wrap. He wanted to wrap the hand up. He stayed in the game, but he kept squeezing that hand. He kept shaking it the whole game, flexing it. He did stay in the game. He picked up a hit later on. He also walked later on, but you worry. He's a tough guy, I'm sure. He played with a collapsed lung through the entire playoffs in, I want to say 2018. Maybe it was 2019, but he's a tough guy, and I just worry that maybe, he's hurting a little bit and just won't show it. But he stayed in there. He picked up a base hit, so I'm just going to assume and hope everything is all right. So top four, Higgy led off with a hard single, and then Oswaldo laid down an amazing bunt. Maeda threw it away to put two runners in scoring position for Volpe, who smoked one into the left field gap. They made it 7-1 at that point. Judge came up, drew his walk. Rizzo followed with a double to make it 9-1. And then later, Gleyber Torres.
There it goes. That ball is high. It is far. It is gone.
It seems like the Yankees have not been hitting many home runs lately. And Torres with a 2-run shot. Another point is when the Yankees hit home runs, they seem to be solo shots, so it's nice to get one with somebody on base. His third home run of the year. I figured he'd have more by now the way he started, but good sign that he's coming around. Twins chipped away a little bit, got a couple of runs back in the bottom half. Good sign for Judge in the top of the fifth, smoked a base hit to left field, third hit of the game. Happy birthday to him. Obviously, the hand was feeling a little bit better, so we'll see how it works out. Bottom six, Joey Gallo hit an absolutely titanic home run to right field. Only went 380 feet according to StatCast, but it was a mile high and it was a no-doubter. Second home run of the series, seventh of the season, more than anybody on the Yankees. And he's also got less strikeouts than Aaron Judge so far. Interesting. Hey, look, give the man credit. He figured it out. Some guys just never feel comfortable in New York. I was told stories about Ed Whitson, and I tell stories about Kenny Rogers and Jeff Weaver. And the younger generation has their stories now. Joey Gallo, Sonny Gray. That's how it goes. We're the Yankees. It's about tradition, right?
Oh!
Herman was done after 6+. He gave up 5 hits, but again, 3 of them left the ballpark. And I feel like we talk about this every time he pitches, but the stuff is there. The location is not. The location is not good enough. You've got to keep the hangers out of the middle of the plate. You can't be giving up 2-3 home runs a start. I'm sorry. That's not a major league caliber pitcher to do that. He did get the win today, but the final line was 5 hits, 6 runs, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts. 5.54 ERA on the season. We need Domingo to step up in the interim while Rodon ramps back up. We don't know for sure that we're ever going to see Rodon. I hope that we're going to see him next month or at the latest in June. but it doesn't sound great, you know? So we need Domingo Germán to step up because he's a part of this rotation. DJ LeMahieu had a home run stolen from him in the top of the 8th. Tough day for him. He took the collar, but the sac fly on the robbed home run there. Let's see here. Yeah, 0 for 4, hitting 280. Couple of strikeouts today, but got the RBI on the sac fly. That was the 12th run of the game for the Yankees. They hang on to win a real pitcher's duel, 12-6.
Ball game over. Yankees win. Yankees win.
Alex says they were definitely more aggressive, and I agree.
You're a winner.
Bionic Sapper loves IKF in the outfield, thinks his bat's going to come around. I'm not so sure that he's an outfielder. I mean, some of the catch probabilities on the plays he makes are rather high. He's just one of those guys who gets bad jumps and makes up for it with his speed. And then Zippy Narwhal says, Blue Jays and Orioles both won, so still in 4th. That's the way it goes sometimes. We do have to give away the belt. It's been a while since we've given one of these away, it feels like. But we had some good candidates today. I thought Volpe had a very, very nice day. Serious consideration to Volpe. Glaber, obviously, with the home run. But on his birthday, 3 hits, including a bases-clearing double. Mr. Aaron Judge.
Let's go. Bet winner.
We had a lot of people wanting Volpe to win the belt, but I felt like, Judge with the birthday and surviving his incident, I feel like was a big deal. And it gave me an excuse to wear my favorite Aaron Judge hat, which you can get in my store, by the way, NYYRecaps.shop. So, all right. Robert says Gallo finally helped our team. I don't know how he helped well, I guess he booted that one at first base, but that was not really that was a hard hit ball. Frankie bringing up a good point. First home run of the series for the Yankees was Glaber Torres. So, we'll take it. Gabrielle says, any update on Ben Rortvedt? I remembered we still have him today. There's a conspiracy group out there that's starting to doubt whether or not Ben Rortvedt actually exists. It's kind of like D.B. Cooper. Is he a real person? Is he like that guy from the Shawshank Redemption who walked into a bank and withdrew all that money and then disappeared because it was really Andy Dufresne, a phantom? Is that who he is? I don't know. I think we'll see him at some point. He came back late last season to AAA and struggled. I heard that he had some soft tissue issues this spring. I don't know if it was a hamstring or a oblique. I can't remember. But a lot of times with those guys who are seriously built, like Giancarlo Stanton, for instance, Ben Rortvedt's one of those guys. Look up pictures of Ben Rortvedt. The guy is absolutely jacked. A lot of times those guys don't have the flexibility and they pull muscles, I'm not sure that baseball is really the sport where you need to be a chiseled bodybuilder type. I mean, look at the guys who have played the longest and not, missed significant time. It's guys like Ichiro. He was super flexible, not a big muscle guy. Cal Ripken all those years, he's not a muscle guy, just a, average Joe who was good at baseball. Ricky Henderson. Now, Henderson was strong, he was fit, but he wasn't jacked. I don't know. It's, I'm sure there are players who are absolutely chiseled who can stay on the field, but from my experience, the guys who have the most, bodybuilder type physiques have a lot of trouble with injuries. Bernie says, I believe this is one of the best all-around games for the Yanks. Love the small ball. Me too. Jack Wells says, Austin Wells began a rehab assignment. I'm assuming you have inside information on that. Yes, Austin Wells, left-handed hitter. He's a guy who a lot of people think could play in the major leagues pretty quickly. He's advanced rapidly over the last year or so. Contact hitter, power, classic left-handed swing. He is a catcher. Sean Browning brings up a good point. He says there is Bo Jackson. If you look at Bo Jackson, though, I feel like he was a natural specimen. Like, there's pictures of him with his shirt off, and he's not as chiseled as Giancarlo. He's just naturally strong. And he wasn't a guy who did a lot of weight room stuff. Like, when Bo Jackson wanted a workout, he would walk up into the mountains and kill a boar and, like, carry it back on his shoulder. Like, that's the type of guy that Bo Jackson was. There's a great documentary on 30 for 30. I think it's called You Don't Know Bo. And it's about Bo Jackson, sort of the mythos that surrounds him, all these strange stories. James G says, IKF really showed off what he's good at today. I like him and hope he can turn it around. So IKF today was 1 for 5, still hitting 179, made a couple of nice snags in the outfield, but, you know, I'm still not super excited about IKF playing center field. I'm not going to lie. I'm sorry. I feel like we should have better outfielders in the pipeline. Mo Rivera says Bartolo Colon, another specimen of a human being who pitched for a really long time. Let's take a look at the box score. That's weird. Hang on. It's all messed up. So we're going to not take a look at the box score. I'm going to have to fix that. I'll walk you through the box score. Technical glitch there. Volpe 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs, 2 walks, hitting .228 now. Judge 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs and a walk, hitting .267 with an .880 OPS. Rizzo 2 for 5, couple of ribbies. He's at .292. He's fallen off steadily, but picked it back up today. LeMahieu took the collar today, the only member of the starting lineup who didn't get a hit. As Ken Singleton liked to say, there's always one person who isn't invited to the party. Sean Browning says, Bader, close to a return. And Jay Val says, Yankees finally hit for something. This guy can't hit for nothing. I've got to find that clip. I know I have it somewhere. But, oh, here we go.
He can't hit for nothing.
I told you I had it.
Absolutely. Hey.
I'm having trouble pronouncing this one. Inchon DM says, wish we could have swept your bums out of town. Still, though, Twins win the series and outscore the Yanks, and thank God the season series is done. Congratulations. We won't rub it in that we won every playoff series for the last 2 decades, but congratulations on this April series win. But Mark says, are we taking the day off from bashing Cashman? I don't see any reason to take a day off from bashing Cashman. He still assembled this roster that is completely underperformed. Look, we won a game today. We scored 12 runs. Those are positive things. Doesn't take away from the fact that we still have Franchy Cordero on this roster. We still have IKF playing center field. And don't give me anything about his nice catches today, because most of them a decent outfielder would be standing under. Look, the Yankees have some work to do on this roster before the season ends. And the Rays are playing really well, so the Yankees are going to have to make up some ground. They're going to have to put together a lot of games like this. Parks and Young says Hicks must go. Really no excuse for Hicks to be on the roster at this point. It's been clear for 2 years that he's done as a baseball player. And, you know, Yoki Board says, why is the lineup half full of minor leaguers? So, you know, Calhoun, he had a couple of hits for the second consecutive day, but IKF is not a great hitter. Obviously, Higashioka is your backup catcher. Cabrera, off to a slow start. I think he's going to be a decent hitter, but, you know, Calhoun and Cordero, really probably not Yankee caliber starters at this point in their career. I don't want to, you know, diss the guys because, you know, one, Calhoun got 2 hits today, and Cordero's given us some good stuff this season. But I still feel like the Yankees should have better options in the pipeline. They're the Yankees. So, all right, guys.
Game over, man. It's game over.
Take a few more comments. Ariadna says, we need to stay consistent, and that's what it's about. Consistency.
You gotta go, you gotta go.
Most impressive.
We've still got a lot of Cashman fans in the chat. Cashman is a bum. Yes, Cashman is a bum. Look, the Yankees have some work to do, and it's on Cashman to get it done. Obviously, not going to pick up Reynolds. He just signed that long-term extension. I don't know if I trust him to trade for any more pitchers, given what we've seen the last couple of years. It's been a tough time for Cashman these last few years, but still got to find a way to win. You know, this is the Yankees, and we have high expectations. And it's on to Texas. Hopefully, we can have a strong weekend and go back home and continue to swing the bats. Got to get better pitching out of guys like Clark Schmidt, although he was better last time. And Johnny Brito needs to bounce back. Domingo needs to stop giving up 2-3 home runs a game, but good to see the offense come around today. I will be back tomorrow, so pregame show with Pete at 7, and then postgame show after the game with the Rangers. And I will see you next time.
Hey everybody, if you've made it this far, we thank you. If you'd like to support NYY Recaps, please like and subscribe or pay a visit to our Shopify store for some great Yankees merch.
Yes.
If you're watching on YouTube, the link is in the description. But if you're listening to the audio version of this podcast, just visit NYYRecaps.shop. If you really want to support NYY Recaps and help keep the show going year after year, join up as a member.
Join us.
It's $5, and members get their names up in lights during each post-game show. We're also on all podcast platforms, Instagram, and Twitch this year. So give us a follow if you use any of those platforms. We're expanding, and we have you to thank for making this such a great community. We'll see you next time.
It is your destiny.
Case closed. Ball game over.
Most impressive.